Do you have a dream that you want to fulfill? It may include living abroad, moving on in your life, and experiencing things that you have never before experienced. We really encourage you to take the next step, something you can do in the next 7 days, a simple thing to move forward toward your dream of moving abroad. So my family has lived on the continent of Africa for several years now. We've enjoyed being able to just be ourselves. We spend time together more so as a family now. When I say we spend time together, what I mean is we may eat out at restaurants, and because of the exchange rate, it's easy on our wallet. We may spend time together to look at a show, whether it's on the movie theater or whether it's just to take a walk around the complex, just a walk out in nature, a walk out by the ocean. We take our time and we're enjoying spending our time together. We also don't have worries. We're not looking over our shoulders. There is no thinking about, oh my, better be safe, be cautious. There's none of that in the back of our minds when we're interacting with authorities. We get to pursue the creativity that's within us to accomplish things, whether it's musically, artistically, storytelling. We actually have time and the bandwidth, that's it, the bandwidth to be able to do that thing. Because we're no longer on the hamster wheel. We're not running, trying to catch our breath, exhausted most of the time, and then get back up and do it again the next day. We're not in that zone. We've left that zone. We're not there anymore. Is it a challenge to make it to that, to get to that dream? Yeah, it's a challenge, but anything worth having is always going to be a challenge. It's going to cost you something. There's going to be a sacrifice. But I found that the things that it cost were actually things that I was willing to sacrifice, or in other words, I really didn't want to keep anyway. It's like I was under this illusion of choice, that I had a choice about the things previously, but it was all an illusion. It was the algorithm kept feeding them to me. What algorithm? Am I joking about the YouTube one? Sort of. But also there's Amazon, there's commercials on TV, there's billboards when you're driving down the 5 or 495 or Lakeshore Drive or Perimeter. There's just this constant barrage of consumption that is totally overtaking one. And it sucks the life out of you. And I found that to be able to be creative, to be able to put things together that serves other people has been so rewarding. We really encourage you to get your plan together. Think about the dream you want to achieve. If that dream is living abroad, go for it. And I'm also saying whatever that dream may be, you want to go for it because you don't realize the ripple effect it's going to have on other people once you go and activate, implement, execute that dream. It's going to have a ripple effect, and others are going to possibly have something to contribute that complements the dream that you're executing. And you begin to see this partnering that takes place. They say we're moving out of the information age. They say we're moving into the partnering stage. Is it partnering because you intentionally want to work together, or is it partnering because you're pursuing your dream and your dream ignites someone else? Here's an example of what I'm talking about. So my eldest son and I, we got together and we wrote a novel. And we had a lot of fun doing that. It was a lot of hard work. Had one editor who slammed us pretty good, but she actually said, "Was this a true story?" And I was like, "Gotcha," because it was fiction. But even though it got a lot of critique to it, to me it still achieved a level of success because here a professional really couldn't tell that it was fiction, and it was. And so anyway, so we were working on this, and a part of that novel, and I'm not even going to mention the name of it, a part of that novel included music. I had read James Waller's book, The Bridges of Madison County, and I fell in love with the idea and how he merged the music with it, and I wanted to do that also. And so one friend of ours had built a studio down in his basement, and his parents, who are friends of ours, they really, shout out to the Ellisons, they really encouraged Sam to do this. And so because he did that, there was space created for us to take it to the next level and have our family band go down there with some friends who played with us. And shout out to Mike Washington, who actually came along also to play the saxophone, and to Tommy, who was our vocalist. Oh my goodness. And so do you see how this thing kept going? And so Tommy went on to pursue a career as a vocalist. Mike would go on to write his own memoir, and he finished it, and it's excellent. It's really good. But what happened was, because we pursued a dream, the ripple effect caused other people to get activated in their dream. And I didn't know this before starting. All I knew was I wanted to have this music go and be attached with the novel that we had done as an accessory, so to speak. And because of that desire, it impacted and it ignited others to move forward on their pursuits. And so that's what I mean when I say partnering. And so, yeah, we did partner to make the music and so forth, but we did not intentionally partner for them to go on and do great things, which they all did, much bigger than what we had earlier imagined. That's why we encourage people. That's why we encourage you to really take the time to sit down. In fact, maybe you could do that in the next 7 days, to sit down for longer than a minute, peace and quiet, and find out what was that thing inside of you that's tugging you, that's saying, hey, you forgot about me. And it's longing for your attention. It's longing for you to give it some nurturing. It's longing for you to give it some structure and to help move it forward so it begins to evolve into something that's going to really bless and serve others. That's why we say to you, go after your dreams. If your dream is, it may be a new relationship, it may be a new job, it may be to live abroad. Living abroad has brought us so much opportunity. It has opened our minds to so many things, whether it's new culture or also critical thinking skills. The way we look at things is not the same. It's so amazing the things you can learn and the things you find out. And you realize the world is a small place. And that's not a bad thing. You can interact and make friends with folks who you will interact with over time who are in faraway places. You can learn from them, they can learn from you. So, having said that, once again, think about what it is that was on the back burner in your life. It was kind of tucked away in the shelf. It's getting dusty back in the corner. But it's quietly saying, hey, you forgot about me. I'd like your attention again. It's that thing within you, that dream that you have that you want to go after. And if it's moving abroad, so be it. Take time, take your next step. Let us know. What's the next step you took? Put it down in the comments. So, thank you.